is a gray, kind of coldish day here, so I'm just sitting by my fire with my tea and trying to warm up. You may hear my kiddos in the background. They are doing their math videos right now at the computer, and they're very excited about it. So, mom life. I do have 3 kids here, so bear with me. I just wanted to come on here and talk about being pregnant during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I know there's many of us out there that are going through a pregnancy right now, and it's definitely a little uncertain and definitely very scary. Things are, protocols are very different than what I'm used to. This is my 4th baby, so this would be my 2nd time using midwives. Now I am here in Ontario, Canada, so what we're doing here may be a little bit different than what you're doing in other provinces or even other countries, but here's kind of what's been going on with us. So the first trimester was kind of still in that early stages of things where it was known that this virus was going around, but it really wasn't a big concern. Nothing was shut at the time. There, medical clinics were still open, so getting the early routine blood work done and ultrasounds was no problem. So now that I am 19 weeks, I'm coming up to the point where I would be doing the ultrasound that scans for things like spinal issues, brain issues, heart issues, structural, abnormalities and things like that, which they usually do here between 20 and 23 weeks. So I do have a midwife with this pregnancy as well, as I had one with my last. So they had just informed me that the ultrasound clinics are all closed. They're not doing any ultrasounds specifically at imaging centers here for the next few weeks. So any urgent ultrasounds or ultrasounds scheduled are to be done and referred to our local hospital. Now that freaked me out because that's the last place I really want to go when I'm pregnant because, of course, what is going around. So I'm kind of on the fence whether or not we should just skip it. Everything's up to God anyway, so we're gonna just go with the flow, and whether we get the ultrasound or not, it's not really sure it's worth the risk at this point. So yeah, the protocol for the midwives has changed as well. So before you would get you would kind of see your midwives, I think every 4 weeks up until you're around the 30-week mark. So as of right now, based on the World Health Organization, they're only taking appointments based on the minimum required appointments for each pregnancy. So instead of every 4 weeks, I think they're doing them about every 6 weeks. Now that's assuming you're just low risk, you're not high risk or anything like that, which I'm definitely still in the low risk area. We have, things are smooth sailing as of right now, thankfully. So hopefully they stay that way. But yeah, so I think once we hit the 30-week mark, then the appointments get closer. I think they move them every 2 weeks. Instead of before, I think once you hit around 30 or 32 weeks, you started to see them almost weekly. So it is a little bit different, nothing too much, but it is certainly scary times. My husband is a super trooper. He's been doing the weekly grocery shopping, besides me taking the dog out just to get some exercise. Really kind of just at home with the kiddos, trying to keep them safe, keep us safe, keep everybody kind of busy and still a little bit sane as best we can. But it is definitely very scary. As I mentioned in my last video, we are having our first daughter, so this was a really exciting new pregnancy to go through. And I don't want to say that the COVID-19 has kind of dampened that, even though we can't celebrate with our friends and family the way we had planned, having a party and things like that for the pregnancy and the gender reveal. But that's okay. I mean, I'd rather everybody be here and be safe than to throw a little party. So that's where we're at. I'm doing my very best to stay calm and level-headed during this, and I think that's really important for anyone else who's going through a pregnancy during this pandemic, is to just focus on what you need to do and your goals through your pregnancy. Just get through each week and each month as they come, and all the fun that comes with pregnancy. I mean, our bodies are under enough stress as it is. We definitely don't need to take on all that extra stress. So trying to limit how much time I'm spending watching the news and reading articles and things like that, and trying to just focus on the positive things that are going around, like getting to spend the extra time with my oldest son, who's normally at school he's usually gone 7 hours a day, and now he's home every day. So getting to spend that time with them, reading, doing activities. I'm hoping to do a video on the activities we've been doing and really enjoying during this quarantine stage, so I will post that next week. But for now, that is my update on pregnancy and this pandemic. So I'll definitely do a follow-up further along as things progress, and I can only say that I really hope that this quarantine ends soon and that we really do flatten the curve, at least for some more good news. BC has starting to flatten their curve as of I believe this morning. Their numbers are going down, so that is giving us a lot of hope here in Ontario. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next week. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Take care.